the movie-like life of the notorious female mafia boss and her bloody crime empire. Italian police have just arrested mafia boss Maria Licciardi, 70 years old, as she was preparing to catch a flight to Spain to visit her daughter. She is the sister of the late mafia boss Gennaro Licciardi, who founded the notorious Camorra gang in the Scampia and Secondigliano areas of Naples. When asked about Maria Licciardi, many Italians did not hesitate to say that she was an intelligent, graceful, calm but equally cruel woman. Welcome to Detective TV. Maria Licciardi was born on March 24, 1951 into a mafia family in southern Italy. Maria Licciardi is probably like many other young, beautiful girls, wishing for a peaceful life with the person she loves. However, the storms of life forced Licciardi to shed her gentle image to put on the strong appearance of a famous boss. The Camorra Mafia was formed in the 18th century in the capital of Naples, Campania, Italy. Unlike the pyramidal power structure of the Sicilian gangs, the Camorra is organized horizontally, with clans holding power. The group's factions operate independently. Naples is the third largest city in Italy and the home of the Camorra gang. Growing up in a family that had been a core member of the Camorra for generations, Licciardi was exposed to the mysteries of the Italian underworld early on. Licciardi's brothers were instrumental in the development of the Camorra. His brother Gennaro Licciardi co-founded the Secondigliano Alliance, SA, an alliance of powerful Camorra clans that controlled the drug trade and robbery in the suburbs of Naples. In terms of brutality, it is difficult for any criminal gang to surpass the Camorra. In March 2014, the Sacra Camorra Unita, SCU, gang was believed to be responsible for 3 consecutive murders, including the murder of Domenico, a gangster, his girlfriend and 2-year-old son in the city of Taranto. While chasing the target who was sitting in a Matei's car, despite knowing that there was a woman and her son in the car, the SCU gang still coldly used a machine gun to fire a burst of bullets into the small car, killing both mother and son on the spot. At that time, Maria Licciardi was initially just a housewife. Her main duties were to cook, clean, take care of the house and raise children, steering the gang through the storm. However, this woman's life began to turn a new page when in 1993, her brother Gennaro Licciardi was killed in prison. Then, 2 other brothers and her husband Antonio Tegami were arrested or murdered, and Maria's reign came. Licciardi was forced to prove the ability and stability of the criminal family to other leaders and gang members. With no other choice, Maria Licciardi took power, becoming the Camorra boss. Immediately after taking power, Licciardi met with the Camorra opposition and proposed to stop the war for territory and power. Licciardi suggested that the gangs should focus on developing the city, in addition to expanding the cigarette and drug smuggling network together. The other bosses found Licciardi's idea quite reasonable and agreed to live together in peace. Known as the boss or the little girl, Licciardi was considered by the Italian police to be a leader, calm, quiet but ready to be ruthless with those who stood in her way. Licciardi always played the role of a kind person who specialized in supporting jobs for people in the city of Naples. People loved Licciardi and SA very much. From here, Licciardi's role was shown, becoming the head of the powerful Secondigliano Licciardi and Alianza di Secondigliano clans, including more than 20 other clans. Licciardi expanded the alliance into new business areas and made it professional with an estimated revenue of billions of USD/year. SA had an unwritten rule prohibiting the sale of women's bodies. For the huge profits, Licciardi defied everything, breaking the clan's regulations. At this time, SA operated a human trafficking line including girls and women. Albanian girls came to Naples to escape poverty in their homeland. Instead, they became commodities for the Camorra and were forced to serve customers in brothels. Licciardi forced the prostitutes to use drugs 24/7 and killed them when they were no longer of any use. The victims were too dependent on the highs from the drugs to escape. Italian police believe that the Camorra tried to take complete control of the human trafficking industry in the area. During this period, the gang not only thrived on opium smuggling but also on prostitution and the trafficking of women. The entire Neapolitan suburb was under the control of the Camorra. The police had great difficulty in dismantling the Camorra organization because the people of this area were always ready to support the Camorra. Licciardi integrated and professionalized the various branches of drug trafficking, extortion, arms smuggling and tobacco, and open prostitution as a new business, thanks to which the cartel gained control of the Neapolitan market. In addition, the cartel was also dominated by textile businessmen who produced counterfeit designer clothes. L'Express magazine observed a tour of the world of mafia organizations, from Naples, Italy, to Lagos, Nigeria, from South America to Australia, to conclude that this world of crime is no longer 100% male, but that more and more women are rising up. Previously, the image of women in the mafia was that of people without any power, victims who had to obey men. The usual image was of docile women or widows. They do not get involved in crime, so for a long time the Italian judiciary has been very generous towards them. However, that image no longer fits today's reality. The current generation of daring women famous in the mafia, well-educated, with more degrees than their parents, increasingly hold important positions from real estate management to extortion and money laundering. In regions where the mafia is famous, such as southern Italy, there are many examples of women leading gangs. Often they do not show up, but are pulling the strings from the inside. In Naples, when a husband or father or brother is arrested, it is not uncommon for women in the family to take over the leadership of the organization, controlling its activities like Licciardi. Unlike some bosses, Licciardi often retreats underground to avoid police attention. She always avoids police purges and checks. In January 1998, police discovered a suitcase containing $128,000 in Licciardi's car. Licciardi refused to answer questions about the origin and purpose of the money. Investigators speculated that it was a bribe to Naples officials. The boss was quickly released after being bailed by her lawyer. In 1999, a business dispute between the SA and the Lou Russo family caused Licciardi's gang to collapse. After a shipment of pure heroin, the boss feared it would kill her customers and affect her reputation. However, the Lou Russo family disagreed and decided to distribute the drug. In 1 month, 11 people died from this extremely toxic drug. The incident attracted the attention of the police, while internal conflicts broke out within the Camorra gang. The war between the families broke out, and business activities were disrupted. Licciardi decided to run away and escape to a luxurious hideout. Listed as one of Italy's 30 most wanted, she tried to strike back at her rivals, evade the police and run the gang. Feeling pressured by prosecutor Bobbio's investigation, Licciardi decided to take action. In January 2001, she and some of her close associates bombed Bobbio's office building as a warning. However, this did not help the notorious boss. Bobbio and the authorities resolutely pursued and uncovered the secret of Licciardi's illegal activities. About 70 people related to Licciardi were arrested. Surprisingly, none of them would say a word about the boss's whereabouts or the Camorra's illegal activities. The police had no clue about the mysterious woman. They suspected Licciardi of having undergone plastic surgery, changing her hair color and body shape. In June 2001, the Naples Mobile Squad and Italian Special Forces raided Licciardi's hideout in a Neapolitan suburb and arrested her. Licciardi is one of the few female inmates held in the world's highest security prisons. Licciardi was released in 2009 and continued to run the gang until her recent arrest on organized crime charges. Licciardi is in prison, but she can still control the gang. Prison is not a barrier for the Camorra, said Anna Maria Zaccaria, a sociologist at the University of Naples Federico II who has studied the role of women for many years.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. And as always, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next one.